I am so excited today to share with you the Park Square. This is the square I designed for the Park Square Tote, but today I will share with you the full tutorial for the square as well as link the PDF pattern in the description. I'm Melissa from Modern Made and I'm passionate about bringing crochet into the 21st century. Today I'm going to share with you the Park Square. I love the sunburst effect in the center of the square created with the puff stitches. And this is an easy granny square that you could use from anything from blankets to scarves or a cardigan or the tote bag like the one right here. If you are interested in the free PDF pattern for this square, you can find that linked in the description and I will leave the link there. And if you just sign up for my email list, you will receive the PDF pattern immediately. You will find everything you need in this tutorial. I'll cover everything, but if you're like me, it's nice to have something to read as well. Also, if you are interested in the PDF pattern for the Park Square Tote, you can find that in the description as well. It's available in my Etsy shop right now. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future coming tutorials or fun patterns. And it really helps my channel, which helps other people learn how to crochet. So without further ado, let's get started making our Park Square. So for the square, I used Crafter's Secret cotton yarn. This is a worsted weight yarn. For the tote bag, I used the color Ivory, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be using this pretty taupe color just because it shows up better on camera. I also used my 4mm crochet hook, and you will also find that scissors and a tapestry needle will come in handy. We're going to begin by chaining 4, and then join with a slip stitch in the first chain that you made. So after you have that slip stitch done, you have created your circle, and we're going to be working our following stitches into this circle. So first chain 1, and now you're going to stitch 16 single crochets into this circle. So there's 1 single crochet, and we're just going to keep on stitching single crochets into this circle until you have 16 single crochets in the circle. And that will be the end of round 1. So when you have all 16 done, you're going to join with a slip stitch in your beginning chain 1. Cool, so that's the end of round 1. Now on to round 2. Just really quick, here's a helpful hack. I worked my single crochets around the tail end of my yarn, so now all I have to do is just trim it off with my scissors, and I don't have to weave in that end later. But moving on to row 2, go ahead and chain 2, and now you're going to work a puff stitch into each single crochet all the way around. So I'll go slowly and break this first puff stitch down step by step. So you're going to work this first puff stitch into that first single crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into that single crochet, yarn over, pull through loop. Yarn over, insert your hook back in that same single crochet, yarn over, pull through loop. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same single crochet, yarn over, pull through loop. Now you should have 7 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 of these loops. So yarn over, pull through all 7 loops. And then you're going to chain 1 to lock it. It's one of those stitches. So chain 1 to lock it, and that is the end of your puff stitch. So you're just going to repeat that into each single crochet all the way around. So yarn over, insert your hook into that next single crochet, yarn over, pull through loop. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same single crochet, yarn over, pull through loop. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same single crochet, yarn over, pull through loop. Now you should have 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and chain 1 to lock. So again, we're just doing that all the way around this circle until you reach the end. And then to join, you're going to work a slip stitch into the back loop only of your first puff stitch, and working into that back loop only will just create a neater look in the end. So that is the end of round 2. You should have 16 puff stitches in total. Go ahead and chain 2, and we're going to move on to round 3. So for round 3, we're still doing our puff stitches, but we're going to work them into these chain 1 spaces all the way around. So all these chain 1 spaces is where you're going to put your hook. So yarn over, insert your hook into that chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook back into that same chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through loop. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same chain one space, yarn over, pull through loop. At this point, we should have our 7 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 of those loops. Again, this is just the puff stitch that you worked in the previous round. And then chain 1 to lock. And we're just going to repeat that into each chain 1 space all the way across. When you've worked a puff stitch into each chain 1 space all the way around, you're going to join by working a slip stitch into the first puff stitch, into that back loop only of the first puff stitch. And you should have 16 puff stitches again. And this is what it should be looking like. Now go ahead and chain 3. And we're going to be moving on to round 4. So that chain 3 is going to count as 1 double crochet. And we're going to start making the corners and turning this circle into a square. So first we're going to work 1 double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. Work 2 more double crochet back into that same chain space that you worked your previous double crochet. And that is going to make your first corner. Now move on to the next chain space. And there, instead of working double crochets, we're going to work 2 half double crochets. And by tapering the stitches down, so like, you know how half doubles are a little bit shorter than double crochets, that's going to help the edges be nice and straight. So after you have 2 half double crochets there, in the next chain space, work 2 single crochets. And that is the middle of the edge. And in the next chain space, work 2 half double crochets. And in the following chain space, we're going to work another corner. So work 2 double crochets. Chain 2. And work 2 more double crochets back into that same chain space. And so that is your second corner. So we have 2 corners and 1 straight edge. We're going to create another edge over here. So in the next chain space, you're going to work a half double crochet. So 2 half double crochets into this next chain space. And then in the next chain space, 2 single crochets. And then in the next chain space, 2 half double crochets. And then in the next chain space, we're going to be working another corner. So in here, we're going to do 2 double crochets. Chain 2. Work 2 more double crochets into that same chain space. And that is your third corner. Okay, cool. So now we're going to create another edge. So half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet. So in this next chain space, we're working 2 half double crochet. And in the next chain space, 2 single crochet. And in the next chain space, 2 half double crochet. And in the next chain space, 2 double crochet. So this is going to be our third corner. So 2 double crochet, then chain 2, and work 2 more double crochet back into that same chain space. Awesome, so 1 more straight edge to go. So 2 half double crochet into the next chain space, 2 single crochet into the next chain space, and 2 half double crochet into the last chain space. And then you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of your first chain 3. Awesome, so moving on to round 5, and this is the final round, we're going to work a slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then another slip stitch into the next chain 2 space. And then we're going to chain 2, and that chain 2 is going to count as a half double crochet. Now work a half double crochet into this chain 2 space. And this is going to be a corner. So chain 2, and work 2 more half double crochet into that same chain 2 space. Awesome. So in the next chain space, it's not really a chain space, it's just the gap between those 2 stitches. We're going to work 2 half double crochets. And in the next space between the 2 clusters of stitches, you're going to work another 2 half double crochets. And in the next space between the 2 pairs of stitches, you're going to work another 2 half double crochets. And in the next space, you're going to work another 2 half double crochets. And that brings us to the next corner. So in this next chain 2 space, you're going to work 2 half double crochets. And then chain 2. And work 2 more half double crochets into that same chain 2 space. So that was our second corner. Now work 2 half double crochet into the next 4 spaces between clusters of 2 stitches in the row below. And that is going to make your edge. So there should be 4 of those, where you're working 2 half double crochets and then moving on to the next space. And that brings you to your next corner, and you can tell it's a corner because it has the chain 2. And there in the corner, you're going to make 2 half double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 half double crochets back into that same chain 2 space. And then you're going to work another edge, and that will bring you to the start of row 5. You're going to join it with a slip stitch into the second chain of your chain 2. And that is it. Voila, it's beautiful. We're going to finish off by chaining 1, and then trimming your yarn, and then pulling that yarn through that chain to fasten off. Thank you so much for following along. I hope you found the Park Square as fun as I did. I hope you feel inspired to go and make something with your own hands. Please let me know in the comments what you plan to make with the square and send me any pictures. I would love to share your pictures and projects in coming videos. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time.